One ordinary morning, everything we relied on just stopped. The day started just like any other. I was in our kitchen sipping my favorite kopi while Ravina, my daughter, was filling the room with her laughter, talking nonstop about becoming a doctor one day. My wife Vani was already at the hospital for her shift as a nurse. But then my phone buzzed, and the headline almost made me spill my coffee. Global internet outage cause unknown. At first I thought it was just one of those clickbait articles. But then our neighbors started knocking. ATMs weren't working. Traffic lights were blinking like Christmas decorations. Even our local supermarket's payment system was down. The real panic hit when Vani called from work. The hospital's computers had crashed, critical patients were at risk, and no one could access medical records. All over town, chaos grew. People lined up at banks, but no one could withdraw cash. Kids couldn't log into online classes. My daughter kept asking me if everything would be okay. I didn't have an answer. By evening, the government made the announcement. It was a massive, coordinated cyber attack called Project Chimera. No one knew who was behind it, and no country was safe. I looked at my family, Ravina's eyes wide with fear, Vani exhausted but still hopeful. In that moment, I realized how much we take for granted. Technology connects us, but it also makes us vulnerable. If this can happen to us, it can happen to anyone. If you don't trust governments but still crave safety, then you're caught in the middle, just like me. The government's desperate call, Operation Shield, dragged me back into a war I thought I'd left behind. My old skills in network security, once my escape, now felt like a curse. But as the Global Conscience broadcast their chilling manifesto, part of me shuddered in agreement. Their cause, to unite humanity against disaster, made sense. But their chaos, the lives lost, how could I ever condone that? Then came the government's plan. Operation Firewall. Not just defense, but a brutal counterattack. It could cripple nations, ruin millions of innocent lives, all in the name of national pride. My country called me loyal. My conscience called me human. My daughter's future hung in the balance. Which betrayal can I live with? My nation or the world? Imagine having to pick between your family's future and your country's demands. That's the choice I faced. I'm a cybersecurity expert, a dad, a husband. Last week the government called. Twice they wanted me for Operation Firewall, a cyber weapon strong enough to cripple entire nations. I looked at Vani, my partner, exhausted from her hospital shifts. I saw my daughter Ravina playing on the living room floor. All I could think was, what kind of world am I building for them? I couldn't betray Malaysia, but I couldn't help unleash chaos either. So I made a risky choice. I reported in, but told them I'd only work on Operation Aegis, the defensive strategy. I kept my real plans silent to steer us away from destruction and keep our future safe. Every day I walk a tightrope, hoping I'm not making things worse, praying I'm protecting not just my family, but everyone's. Because sometimes the hardest battles aren't fought online or on the front lines, they're fought in your own living room. The days blur together, cold, caffeine, hushed voices in government basements. I'm Ramesh, a father and engineer, and now part of a cyber task force fighting a faceless threat. Alongside allies like Priya and Rahul, I push back against Operation Firewall, not with weapons, but with logic and ethics. Each night, I see my daughter Ravina's face and wonder, will she inherit a world shaped by fear or by cooperation? The pressure to retaliate is crushing, but my fight isn't just for my nation, it's for humanity. I hope Ravina grows up where global citizenship isn't radical but normal. I'm just an ordinary father in an extraordinary situation, making impossible choices so our children inherit a safer, more united world.